The scorching summer sun baked the cracked earth where Lake Serenity once shimmered. Robert stood at the edge of the desolate basin, his boots sinking slightly into the brittle soil. The once thriving lake, surrounded by lush trees and vibrant wildlife, had dried up seemingly overnight. Rumors of its disappearance had brought Robert, a geology student with a penchant for mysteries, to the small town of Hollow Bend. Local legends spoke of the lake's supernatural origins, whispered over campfires and shared in hushed tones at the town's only diner, but Robert wasn't one for ghost stories. To him, there had to be a scientific explanation for everything until he met her. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and shadows stretched long over the empty lake bed, Robert set up his tent. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional rustle of dry reeds. He was poring over geological maps when he felt a sudden, inexplicable chill. He looked up. A figure stood at the center of the lake bed, illuminated by the moonlight. Her silhouette was delicate, almost ethereal, with long hair cascading like water down her back. Against his better judgment, Robert grabbed his flashlight and descended into the basin. "Hey," he called out. The figure didn't move. As he approached, his flashlight flickered, then went dark. Cursing under his breath, Robert slowed his pace. The air felt heavier with each step. Finally, he was close enough to see her face, and he stopped in his tracks. Her eyes shimmered like liquid silver, reflecting the faint starlight. Her skin had a translucent quality, as if it were made of water itself. She smiled, a soft, almost melancholic curve of her lips. "You shouldn't be here," she said, her voice like the tinkling of a brook. Despite her warning, Robert's curiosity was insatiable. He introduced himself, explaining his interest in the lake's sudden disappearance. The woman watched him intently, her gaze piercing yet oddly gentle. "The lake hasn't vanished," she finally said. "It's been hidden." "Hidden? By what?" "By those who wish to keep its secrets buried." She introduced herself as Nera, a guardian of the lake and a water spirit bound to its waters. For centuries, she explained, the lake had served as a barrier, sealing away something ancient and powerful. But the balance had been disturbed. Over the following days, Robert and Nera formed an unlikely partnership. She guided him to strange formations on the lake bed, crystalline structures that pulsed faintly with an otherworldly light, and an ancient stone tablet covered in glyphs. The scene was otherworldly, with Robert and Nera standing together amidst the glowing crystals, their forms illuminated by the eerie luminescence. The ancient tablet stood like a sentinel, its etched symbols casting faint shadows in the supernatural glow, emphasizing the mysterious atmosphere. With Nera's help, Robert deciphered the symbols, piecing together the story of a primordial entity known as the Veilbound. The Veilbound, according to legend, was an ancient force of destruction that had been sealed beneath the lake by a forgotten civilization. The waters acted as both a prison and a lifeline, keeping the entity dormant. But now, with the lake dry, the seals were weakening. As the days passed, Robert's logical mind struggled to reconcile the supernatural elements of the mystery. Yet the evidence was undeniable. One night, while examining the tablet, a low rumble shook the ground. Robert and Nera rushed outside to see a crack forming in the lake bed, glowing with an ominous blue light. "It's waking up," Nera said, her voice trembling. "We don't have much time." She explained that to restore the lake, they needed to reactivate the ancient seals. This required a rare mineral, a quasset, found only in the depths of the basin, but retrieving it would be perilous. The Veilbound's influence was spreading, manifesting as shadowy tendrils that writhed and lashed out. The descent into the basin was a harrowing ordeal. Armed with a hastily constructed harness and a headlamp, Robert ventured into the fissure, Nera's presence providing an odd sense of reassurance. The walls of the chasm shimmered with veins of a quasset, but retrieving it meant navigating the tendrils that guarded the mineral. As Robert chipped away at the aquasit, a tendril lashed out, grazing his arm. Pain flared, icy and searing at once. Nera's voice rang out, urging him to focus. Summoning every ounce of courage, Robert extracted a chunk of the mineral and climbed out of the chasm. Back on the surface, Nera guided Robert through the process of using the aquasit to reactivate the seals. As he placed the mineral into the crystalline structures, the lakebed began to tremble. Water burst forth, filling the basin with a torrential force. The shadowy tendrils shrieked and recoiled, vanishing into the depths. The lake's return was as sudden as its disappearance. Within moments, the basin was once again a shimmering expanse of water. Nera stood at the edge, her form growing fainter. "You've restored the balance," she said. "But remember, the veilbound is only dormant should the waters vanish again." Her voice trailed off as she dissolved into the lake, leaving Robert alone on the shore. The town of Hollow Bend returned to normal in the weeks that followed, the mystery of the vanished lake fading into local lore. But Robert knew the truth. The experience had changed him, blurring the line between science and the supernatural. And though the lake's surface was calm, he couldn't shake the feeling that the veilbound was watching, waiting for another chance to rise.